I grew up in Texas, up in the Dallas area, and then I did high school down in Houston. I studied geology in undergrad at Millsaps College in Jackson, Mississippi. I did some research there with a professor from the University of Kentucky, and I ended up getting my master's degree with him here at the University of Kentucky. Now I'm a Ph.D. candidate here, and my research is focused on the magnetic field of the moon. I am a graduate research assistant here. Most of my day-to-day tasks involve helping others in the lab with preparing their own concrete mixes and helping them actually make the concrete itself. After that, I do a lot of the sample processing and preparation, and then I get to do some of the testing for our different materials. And then at the end of the day, doing all this work, you have to put it into a presentation format that you can show to people so they can understand the results themselves, and so I also do some work with that. So a lot of the techniques or methods that we use here on concrete samples are actually very similar to the methods, the techniques that we would use to test rocks. And so my background in geology and geophysics, I got sort of exposed to the mathematics and using computer programs and also sort of the basic testing. And so that gave me a leg up when I started here because I already had some level of familiarity with the different testing. Working here is what got me into concrete and cementitious materials. I don't have a background in the field. A fellow grad student of mine recommended that I apply here at CAER, and so I did, and I got the job. And once I started working here, I got in the lab, did the testing, prepared materials, prepared samples, and that's what really got me excited about concrete and cementitious materials in general. I specifically study the response of our materials under impact loading. So I use the impact drop tower to test our different concrete materials. Sort of in general, we have a set of parameters that we're trying to achieve with our materials. And so my little piece of that is the drop testing. I also conduct other testing of the materials with the presses or with a microscope or any of these other things that the researchers may ask me to do. But yeah, my specific sort of niche here would be the drop tower testing. A lot of the techniques and methods that we use in geology and geophysics are also applicable to concrete. We do a lot of the same testing of materials here that you would use on rocks themselves. And especially my geophysics degrees, they expose me to the mathematics and the computing side of things that I now get to use while I'm here doing the drop tower testing, doing other pressure testing of the samples here. My plans for the future, I'm not really sure. I definitely want to finish up my PhD here, and then I'll probably assess my options from that point. I spent some time as a teaching assistant in my master's and for the first couple of years of my PhD, and I really enjoy teaching. I also really like research. I like working here at CAER. The people here are awesome. I really enjoy coming and doing the work here. But yeah, all that's to say, I'm not sure. I don't know yet. My favorite part of my research here is breaking samples. I get to do it quite often, whether that's with the presses or the drop tower here. It has to be, yeah, just breaking concrete.